In Africa's savage wilderness, survival demands perfection. Every creature relies on skill, weaponry, brute strength, or tenacity to stay on top. When the continent's ultimate adversaries pick a fight, they're in it to win it. These are Africa's deadliest. Drought descends over southern Africa. The withered grass offers few nutrients for some. But for others, it's time to make hay. Buffalo are vulnerable in the dry season. And the pride trails the herd, constantly searching for stragglers. Forcing a stampede shakes out the weaklings. But the cats would do well to remember why buffalo are sometimes called the Black Death. They're big and have famously mean tempers. The antagonists have lost the element of surprise. The herd prepares their counter-offensive. They work as a team, forming an impenetrable wall of sharp horns. The big bulls and lead cows take the front line. That's often enough to send even the mightiest predators packing. But a single buffalo can drive the point home too. Both predator and prey are near collapse, each seriously wounded. This deadlock will only end when one gives up the fight. While lions succeed in a hunt about 30% of the time, the open plains of the Kalahari are home to a much more lethal assassin. The cheetah, feather-light and lightning fast. This is a very special band of brothers, a formidable coalition of 4. Cheetah almost always hunt by daylight. Sometimes they make exceptions. A gazelle lamb is too succulent to pass up. Despite the dark and the danger it conceals. Cheetah usually flee from larger predators. But tonight, the brothers stand their ground. At least for a little while. Even with a 4-to-1 advantage, they can't afford to take chances. A crippling bite from some of Africa's most powerful jaws would spell disaster. Better to forfeit a meal and live to fight another day. Another day, another battle. A lone intruder has breached their borders. He's searching for a territory and females of his own. Unfortunately, he's picked the wrong turf. They can smell he's alone. Now this is a 4-to-1 advantage they can work with. They let the loner off with a stern warning. While the cheetah brothers have each other's backs, this female leopard operates solo. Her life depends on stealth and concealment. Sharp-eyed baboons from their lofty vantage points blow her cover. Given the chance, a leopard will kill and eat a baboon, especially if it is alone. But a wise leopard thinks twice before attacking a troop in broad daylight. Now she's the one who's in danger as the troop closes in. She'd better choose her next move carefully. Contrary to popular belief, baboons usually make up a tiny part of a leopard's diet. Extreme hunger or an unusual upbringing can lead to some daring meal choices. The African crested porcupine. It's traded in its coat of fur for a coat of arms. Thousands of sharp, microscopically barbed quills. Some leopards who haven't yet met a porcupine may think it's an easy meal. This young hunter is one of those leopards. His stalking technique is first class. He's closing in fast. Porcupine might be an acquired taste, if he can acquire one. They smell like food, but getting through the wrapper is a challenge. The prickly pear turns its back to danger, rattling their quills threateningly as he gets too close. He's wise to be cautious. A valuable lesson for the young hunter: don't play with your food. Among mammals, antagonism is usually triggered by one most important event: the breeding season. Rivals score points for size, power, and experience in these brutal heavyweight battles. Even placid impalas turn nasty when the rutting season arrives. The autumn air reverberates with the clash of horns. In the grasslands of Central Africa, Ugandan kob begin their power plays. Unlike other antelope, they have permanent breeding arenas called leks, some as old as 50 years and used generation after generation. A challenger, here to score a prime arena. The stakes are high. The winner claims mating rights with the female onlookers. In the battle to breed, challengers must be confident before picking a potentially deadly fight. And the biggest fight on the planet is about to begin. African elephants, the largest mammals to walk the earth. These two young bulls test their strength and each other's. They're not trying to injure their opponent. It's mostly teenage pushing and shoving. Training for when they're older. Enter the Titans. Both bulls are in their prime, at up to 5 tons each. Both have something to prove. They're in musth. Their oozing temporal glands signal a massive increase in testosterone coursing through their veins. Intimidation generally does the trick to determine rank and avoid serious fights. But when it's on, they mean business. They strike with tree-snapping force that can inflict mortal wounds. In the scrubland of the Kalahari, a much smaller warrior is beginning to stir. The meerkat. It's dawn, and the troops' sentries ensure the coast is clear before the rest of the colony emerges from the burrow. First order of the day, sunbathing to soak away the night's chill. One by one, they head off in search of tasty insect morsels hidden in the sand. Meerkats are among the world's most cooperative little creatures. Adults keep watch and teach the younger troop members where to find the best grub. Don't be fooled. These cartoonishly cute relatives to the weasel are formidable adversaries. This venomous scorpion means danger to most. To the meerkat, it's lunch. They're masters of outmaneuvering them. Their biggest threat usually comes from above. Excellent eyesight lets them spot a circling raptor from more than 300 meters away. It's a mad dash to the safety of the burrow where the goshawk cannot follow. The troop leaders give the all clear as the raptor moves off. They're so focused on the danger in the sky, they're forgetting the danger that slithers on the ground. The meerkats, their noses buried in the sand, haven't spotted the danger. A Cape cobra, one of Africa's most venomous snakes. And she's heading right for them. Here's where the meerkats earn their stripes. With tails raised, fur bristling, and teeth bared, the troop surrounds the enemy. One bite could easily kill a meerkat, but they're fast enough to dodge a strike. The hunter becomes the game. She beats a hasty retreat before she becomes lunch. But some predators out here will. At night, warthogs rely on the protection of their deep burrow while they sleep. But some cats have learned to dig. This unlucky warthog becomes dinner. Male lions don't like to share food, and they fight over the spoils. Lions may brutally rule the bushveld, but in the swamps of Zambia, another monster fits the bill. And his fearsome beak is only the tip of the iceberg. He's nearly 1.5 meters tall, has a spine-chilling glare, and resembles a dinosaur. This big male shoebill is focused on lungfish. His 25-centimeter clog-shaped bill can penetrate the thick, tangled vegetation. It also makes him top-heavy. He uses that weight to strike strong. More than half the time, he's successful. The prey goes down whole. As the sun begins to bake, he turns for home, where his 2 chicks are waiting. But the midday sun isn't the greatest threat to the younger chick. The older shoebill chick will do anything it can to dominate his sibling. When Mom and Dad arrive with food, they focus all attention on the strong chick. The fight for survival is seldom fair, and for some species, each new generation can only have one winner. Lions, on the other hand, will do everything they can to ensure the survival of all their cubs. Lionesses work as a team to rear their litters together. One of their biggest threats come from males that are not their fathers. This male has not only recently taken over this territory, these cubs are not his. He'll kill them if he gets the chance. But he's outnumbered by the protective females. Until his brother shows up. Together, they are unstoppable. Still, they pull their punches. They'd rather mate with the females than fight with them. Happy wife, happy life. The cubs are the main target, and they won't start an outright war with the pride. They'll wait until the little ones are not as well guarded. A kill may be the perfect opportunity. But at the sight of food, filling their bellies becomes top priority, and they forget about the cubs. The lionesses are wise enough to get out of the way. With meat around, male lions only see red. While males survive by fighting, some females make love, not war. Mating cements the new male's place in the pride, as protectors of their new family and fathers to the next generation. The females are smart enough to know that mating with the males ensures the survival of the pride. From grassy plains to windswept coast, there is one thing all animals share: the instinct to reproduce. Every year, off Africa's southern tip, Bird Island becomes a carpet of white as thousands of Cape gannets gather to breed. Each bird finds its lifelong mate in a sea of lookalikes. Together, they raise a single chick. It's a full-time job. To feed their ravenous chick, the adults must constantly head for open water to fish. Here's the cause of the commotion: a bait ball of tightly packed sardines. There's a danger of being impaled by a fellow fisherman's beak. That's nothing compared to the gill-net throat pouch of a great white pelican. These 1.5-meter birds nest on a nearby island, but they didn't come to Bird Island to socialize. As the gannet chicks demand more food, both parent birds may go fishing at the same time. The pelicans patrol the colony, their beady eyes peeled for a surprising meal. Unattended chicks. They can gulp down birds up to 2 kilograms, the size of a large chicken. And wipe out entire colonies. While battles between the continent's more charismatic creatures often steal the show, these heavyweights peacefully coexist. But in Africa's wild, a fight is always brewing. And when it involves Egyptian geese, you'll hear it before you see it. In the weeks leading up to their breeding season, the monogamous pairs become fiercely territorial. The neighbouring lovebirds are equally belligerent. Like hooligans stirring up trouble, their rasping and hissing shatter the silence as they dispute the borders of this prime lakeside real estate. If noisy exchanges and wing flapping don't do the trick, things can turn ugly. While the males behave like barroom brawlers, their partners egg them on, aggressively honking their support from the sidelines. When the score isn't settled, the scuffle becomes a dogfight. They both risk plummeting from the sky and hurting more than their pride. Eventually, one concedes, as the winner celebrates with a victory lap and ear-splitting honking. Things couldn't be more different in the desolate sand sea of the Namib Desert. Here, the silence is almost deafening. There is plenty of space out here, but no room for weakness. Drought threatens everyone, and the elements constantly batter mile after mile of sand and rock. But it's just another day for the Namakwa chameleon. Unlike most chameleons, he spends almost all his time on the ground, trying to blend in. Just like his dinner. The speedy beetle easily outruns him, but meets a sticky end on his tongue, which accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1/100th of a second. He needs 200 bugs a day, and nothing's going to stop him. Except maybe this guy. Another male is making moves on his next meal. And with such limited resources, that's grounds for a fight. They don their pitch-black war paint as sign of anger, punctuated with bright yellow flashes inside their mouths. They fight fiercely, but without proper teeth, the loser flees without serious injury. While the beetle seizes its chance to escape. But this dragon of the dune is still on the prowl. A lizard scuttles into range. He too is a beetle assassin. But there can be only one king of the sandcastle in this desert. The cycle of eat or be eaten plays out yet again.